This chapter's called How to Split a Knot. How do you chop in the same place every time? Keep looking where you want to hit, Grandad said, swinging his axe, hitting the same spot again, and the block of wood cracked and split in two. Just the same way you hit a ball. Keep your eye on it. Of course, you want to chop the grain with the grain of the wood, chopping across the knot, and you're in trouble. Who ties knots in the wood, Grandad? The tree. How? A knot's where a branch grows through the sapwood. See this one, how it started growing here? Every year after that, the tree grew thicker and covered up a little bit more of the branch, and the branch grew bigger too, and that's how you get this block of wood with a knot tied in the middle of it. It's a secret to how you split a knot and make it come undone. Can you show me, Grandad? Promise you won't tell your grandmother. I promise. Are you sure now? God's honour. All right. You've sawed the trunk into blocks, and you get this one like this with a knot, and you stand the block on the end and turn it so the knot's pointing at you. Keep your eye on the knot and give it a good whack straight down the middle, and it splits the knot and the block of wood as well. Grandad's axe struck in a line in the middle of the knot, and the block sprang in two. Just like that. Can I have a go? Here's a good piece. That's it. Stand it on end. Turn the knot towards you. Keep your eye on it. Corker, you did it the first time. You've got a good eye, Jack. Have another go. That bit's will be trickier because it's got another knot where a branch go out on the other side. But those knots will come undone if you keep going long enough, splitting each one through the middle. Grandad, I'm getting hot. Firewood warms you twice. Once when you split it and once when you burn it. That's the way. Who taught you to split wood, Grandad? I was clear felling a block of bush in the King country and got sick of axe jolting and hurting my hands, so I tried to split down the heart of the knot itself and found that it came undone so much easier than chopping and chopping and chopping to cut it across. I was pleased as a dog with two tails. I once offered to show your grandmother how to split wood if she'd teach me how to make date scones, but she said it was her secret. So she still can't split a piece of kindling with a knot through the middle of it, and I still don't know how to make scones. Granny's going to show me how to make date scones, I'll tell you. That wouldn't be fair. Anyway, she's got you to split the kindling. I like splitting kindling. Well, now you know how to split through a knot. You'll like it even more. Whether you're splitting wood or a knot, you go with the grain, like going with the lay of the land. What's the lay of the land? Same thing as the grain of the length of timber. If you want to go somewhere in the bush, you follow a straight line uphill and down until you get there tired out. Or you can go with the lay of the land, following the line of the ridges and the valleys, and you'll get there in half the time and half the effort. Sometimes you've got no choice. You just have to go against the lay of the land. Have you ever done that, Grandad? When I invented New Zealand, I had to chop all the valleys and gorges through the ridges and the mountains. True. The Karangahake Gorge through Waihi, the Manawatu Gorge through Palmerston North, all those gorges down the South Island from Bulla to Clutha, I had to chop the lot of them through the ranges against the grain of the country. If I hadn't, there'd be no way for the rivers to get through, and that would have meant there'd be no way for roads and railways to be built through the mountains. Did Granny help you, Grandad? She's no good with an axe. She can't keep her eye on where she wants to hit because she's always too busy keeping one eye on me. That's why some of the gorges have got bends and twists in them, where your grandmother chopped in the wrong place. The mountains are fixed with the knots, and your grandmother got the axe stuck in them again and again. I tried to show her with a block of wood, but she kept one eye on me, and in the end I had to say to her, you stick to making date scones and I'll split the firewood. And that's what we've been doing ever since. I can split a knot, I told Grandad, and Granny's showing me how to make date scones as well. I don't know, there's no end to some people's cleverness. We'll take in the kindling, and with any luck, Granny will show you how to make some for our morning tea.